So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of the Arkham games. So, we're starting with Arkham Knight, and we're working our way down to the worst in the series, which really means great game, not as good as the others. So basically how this is going to work is I'm going to explain the first missions of each game, and then I'm going to give it more of a review. So, we're starting with Knight, and the intro is amazing in my opinion. It really captures the fear that this game is going to have later on. And then we head over to Scarecrow, who is, I guess, televising himself. Yeah. So, and I haven't completed the whole story of any of these games, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. So, forgive me for that. And I'm also trying my best to make these videos as spoiler-free as possible, but also covering the first missions of each game. So, keep that in mind, that I'm trying to keep this video spoiler-free, but at the same time, it's not spoiler-free at all. And so, enjoy. So, basically, our game starts out as Batman, and I really just spent like 5 minutes of the first 5 minutes of this game just playing around, not having an objective, because the traversing in this game is so freaking addictive. It's crazy. Like, I thought that Arkham City and Asylum had good gliding and good grappling. I was an idiot to think that that's better than this, but I digress. And then we go, well, I never thought that, but anyway, we go talk to Jim Gordon. He's got something to say. He had something to say. So he says, and then I disappear because I'm Batman. So, yeah. I'm vengeance. And then we talked to Oracle, and she said something, but we don't care about what she said. Then we go over to the objective, which is the first combat section of the game. And I would say that it goes pretty well. I'm not even sure if I got hit once. I'm watching the footage right now as I'm recording my talking over it. So it's I would say that I'm alright at the Arkham games. I'm not great, but I'm not bad either. I'd say I'm alright. And then we get into our first Batmobile section. And that brings me to talk about the Batmobile. I think it's 25% good and 75% bad. Like, because combat mode is and driving is way too clunky. This was one of the things that brought the game down for me, but I think the rest of the game is just so great that it just makes up for the Batmobile being kind of trash. But, and then the 25% that's good is the fact that they even tried to do this. Because, sure, it's not great, but the fact that they've tried to do this is kind of surprising to me, since you can traverse easy enough like before the Batmobile was in there. I also do think it's kind of pointless because you were just fine as a normal human being with money. Anyway, the Batmobile, it's alright, I guess. But, time to shut up about the Batmobile, because that thing doesn't matter. And then Batman breaks somebody's hand. This game's awesome. And then Batman beats people up because, insert reason, because he likes beating people up. Because, he does. And I don't get hit once, to no one's surprise. Because the first 3 are easy, or like the first few are super easy. To no one's surprise, because, to this game, you're just getting started for some reason. I don't know why it thinks that. But anyway, it does. So then what happens is we find Poison Ivy, and she's held at gunpoint. So I guess we have to rescue her, because we're Batman. We do good things. Only to lock her up immediately after. What was the point of that? And this is where we get into the review section of the video. So, Arkham Knight is great. The story so far is pretty good from what I've played. And the fact that you can play as 8 different characters, 8, is just mind-blowing to me. 8. That's like as many skins as there are in Fortnite that I use. And the Scarecrow Nightmare missions are amazing. Just look at what's on screen right now. Combat is literally might be the best in any game ever made. Like, that's how freaking good it is. And look at what's on screen right now. Tell me that ain't the coolest freaking thing you've ever seen. Well, you could. You could tell me that, but you wouldn't mean it. You wouldn't freaking mean it. And of course, Arkham Knight has its faults. But to me, it's the best in the Arkham series. It barely has any competition. That's how good it is. This random thug said it best.
I thought Arkham City was fun, but this is another level.
And now it's time for the second best game in the series, Arkham City. Now we start our first mission with Two-Face's thugs getting a vault and trying to take money from it, I assume. Money's good, and then Catwoman breaks in because story can happen. And then I actually really enjoy playing as Catwoman, not in the stealth sections. In the combat sections, I really enjoy playing as Catwoman quite a bit. And here's something I will say about Arkham City. It's very hard to go back after playing Knight because you're so used to like the craziest controls, craziest combat and Predator sections that it's hard to go back to these classic games. The graphics are good. They're not the best freaking thing I've ever seen, but they are good. They are good. And then you are captured by Hugo Strange. Oh, crap. My timing was off. And now, then Bruce Wayne goes on stage because he's billionaire. And then he tells her that millionaires are last year. So, yay. Alright, so, and then the screen goes white, and then Rocksteady has to make money somehow. And now you're captured by Hugo Strange. And now you can see the reflection of yourself. That's cool. Not really, but it's something. And now he's he's talking about something called Protocol 10. And he is threatening to leak that Bruce Wayne is Batman. And at this point in the game, you don't know what Protocol 10 is. And then now he strapped you in a chair, but you very easily broke out. Not good handiwork, Strange. And now your head is smashed into the TV. So, and now you're a prisoner. So yeah, that's cool. And now they're grabbing you by the neck because that's cool. So cool. And now you have to fight more thugs. So that's actually super easy. It's not even hard. Like, it's super easy. Like, the combat, I was playing on normal and not hard. I will admit that. Personally, I think that easy and normal are the same difficulty. But that's just me. And then after beating up all of these guys, which apparently hasn't happened yet. Come on, hurry up, Bruce. Okay. As I was saying, oh no, okay. I'm just waiting for this to end. Okay. And then Cobblepot, Penguin, knocks you down. So, yeah. And then he says that Wayne's family ruined his family, I think. So, basically, Penguin has a grudge against Bruce Wayne because, of course, he does. So he's gonna beat up Bruce Wayne somehow. And since I'm an idiot, it was off screen, but I did not block his first punch because I didn't know I was supposed to. I thought it was a cutscene even though I've played this game before. So yeah, Bruce Wayne just kind of kicks the crap out of everybody, to no one's surprise. Yep, he's dead. And now he's broken out of his cuffs. And this is where the real game starts. Now you're playing as Bruce Wayne beating up people. Yeah, this is where, in my opinion, this is where Arkham City really starts. So, and then after Wayne kicks butt for a few more minutes, he then climbs to a top of a building to climb to another top of a building. After talking to Alfred, of course, because there's always that. And then after getting to the top of the building, which still hasn't happened. Okay, just get to the top. Get to the top. Why is this taking so long? Alright, finally, he's at the top. So Alfred sent that thing up there. So now you open it, and now you become Batman. Yeah, you become Batman. That's basically what happens. So now you're Batman. Let's go, Batman. So now basically you're gonna break into the museum thing and help Catwoman because why not? Well, I could say a few reasons why not, but So then Batman is now ready to go after Two-Face to get Catwoman. This is the most awkward dialogue of anything ever. So now, Batman glides to get Catwoman. So now he's grappling. Now, as I said this before, this is a game that is hard to go back to after playing Knight. Because you're used to like the best controls like ever. And then now when you're going back to City, you go back to the old controls, which in my opinion are not as good. And I'm sure everyone else thinks they're not as good. Combat isn't as good, gliding isn't as good. You know, everything isn't as good because Arkham Knight does everything better. Well, not everything. It does most things better than City. Okay? I'll say that. It does most things better than City did. Then we can enter the building. Finally, that combat section is over. And then after entering the building, we then go over to this area where it looks like they're torturing Catwoman. Going to put her in a toxin or poison. And she's gonna die. Oh no. So now we have to go save her. Which, is really easy. This combat section isn't anything special at all. Because, you know, it just isn't special. And then Two-Face just flips a coin. And the court is in session because he flipped a coin. Everyone loves flipping coins. And then Batman jumps in, and now he's gonna kill everybody. Except Batman doesn't kill, so he's not gonna do that. Now he's punching this guy. I'll just let you watch the combat for yourself.
Stay still, Batman! You can't fly, Batman.
So, oh no, is Catwoman gonna die? Well, the answer is no, obviously. So then she unties herself and then Batman swoops in and then ties him to the thing that he was gonna, it ties him to the rope. And now he's dangling over some poison. Poor Two-Face. Oh no. Okay, so now he's gonna get kicked. Okay. And now Batman has to discover a crime scene that literally came out of nowhere. Why? Anyway, he has to find where the bullet came from. But before he does that, he's going to see what's in this basement. It's none other than Calendar Guy, who has a calendar. And all he talks about is calendars. Frickin' weirdo. But we go from frickin' weirdos to the outdoors. The great outdoors. So now Batman's gonna do something. And now he's gonna drop on this guy. And now we enter another combat section. Now, combat section after playing Knight, they feel about the same because obviously City has just started and nothing has really happened. So I would say they feel about the same, Knight and City. But the combat feels about the same. And then we discover where the bullet was shot from, and then we have to go after them. I enjoy the combat in City a lot, actually. I don't know how to describe it. One thing that knocks Asylum down for me, under all the other games, is that the combat isn't fun. This might just be me, but the combat in that game just isn't fun. Now the rest of the game's a masterpiece, but that isn't fun. Then we get kicked in the head by Harley, and now she's gonna leave, and if I do anything funny, these boys will kill me. So that sucks. I then just kind of stay there till this freaking cutscene ends. Why does everything in the Arkham games take like a billion years? And then I pop a smoke grenade, and I can very easily take them out. Like, this is probably one of the easiest parts of the whole game. And the reason I'm going so slowly is because the game is holding me back. Yay! So, now that I think about it, if you haven't already clicked off the video, which you most likely already have, make sure to comment down below what your favorite Arkham game is. I want to know what it is. I want to know. So, comment below your favorite Arkham game, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like on it and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, if you don't enjoy this video, then make sure to hit the dislike button. It shows I actually enjoy getting dislikes because, well, I don't even know if I've ever gotten one. That's how small I am. I would enjoy getting one because it helps me decide what you guys like and don't like. So, if you don't like a video, dislike it. I'm not gonna hate on you for disliking my videos. It's constructive criticism, as long as you're not being a freaking jerk about it and pooping on my channel like the freaking crapheads do. Then I will accept your criticism. And now we have found out that the Joker is actually computer generated. This whole time, the Joker was a freaking AI. No, that's not what happened. He's controlling this gun via online, I guess. So, he's controlling a gun online. I'm so stupid. And then he's also set off a few bombs. So, So much fun, right? So much fun. I love bombs. And then the bomb goes off, but we have enough time to escape. I mean, escaping bombs is super easy. And this will probably be the last clip of Arkham City you'll see in the video. This is the review spot of the game. This game is great. I'm not even gonna say anything. This game is great, but in comparison to Night, it's great. It's still great compared to Night. It's just not as great compared to Night because they took 4 years to make Night. 4 freaking years. That's why Night was so good. They took so much time with that game. This game was about 3 years from Asylum, which isn't that much of a it's only a 1-year difference, actually, which is kind of crazy to me. And you're probably wondering why I'm showing Arkham Knight footage. It's because this is the spot that I would put Origins. But Origins, I can't play that game. Not because, oh, my parents won't let me. No, I can't play that game. If I try, I'm not able to get footage from it. It is, even if I was, I wouldn't get footage from it because it is so freaking laggy. It is the most laggy thing I have seen ever. And when a good case of that game's lag on my PS5, and keep in mind this is on a PS5, is when it looks like an N64 game. I will not get footage from that in this video, but I do remember playing it a few years back on a console, some console, so I can remember it from there. I'd say it's pretty good. It's pretty great. I'd say a good 8 out of 10, and Arkham Knight is very buggy, as you just saw. And anyway, Origins is maybe the second to worst in the Arkham series. There's only 4 games, so like, not including Blackgate, which I wouldn't have played anyway. So, yeah, I'd say that Origins is pretty good. The first mission is great. Story is great. It just has a few flaws here and there, because the story is great, but everything else is pretty flawed. I do think it is the most underrated Arkham game, but I do not think it is the best. And a few times it would lag and glitch out on my first playthrough. Just not as bad as what I tried to make my second playthrough, but did not work at all. So, I think it's time to cover Asylum. I love this game so much. This game is the best horror game ever made, and you can't prove me otherwise. This is the worst in the Arkham series. The worst. Yet it's so great. Now, as I said with City, after playing Night, it is really hard to go back to City. But it is excruciatingly hard to go back to Asylum after playing Night. Because the game is still great. It is a horrifying masterpiece. And really, I just love this game. But anyway, let's talk about the first mission. And we'll get to the review stuff in a bit. So basically, we start out in one of the most iconic scenes in gaming history, with Joker tied to a chair thing. I don't know what that is. And he's getting taken to his cell. And, well, as you already know, because I'm assuming you played Asylum before, he's not necessarily gonna go into his cell like I would, because they would instantly shoot me if I didn't. Not that I've been arrested before. Oh, and this line delivery that I'm gonna show you in a sec is so freaking hilarious. And I haven't mentioned this once in the video somehow.
Temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
Now, what I haven't mentioned throughout the video is Mark Hamill was born to play the Joker. Okay, tell me otherwise. Mark Hamill's performance is better than Jack Nicholson's or Heath Ledger's. Tell me otherwise. Tell me otherwise that Mark Hamill isn't the best Joker ever. He's certainly better than Jared Leto. And then anyway, we meet Killer Croc for the first time in this video. So he looks very sweet and friendly. I'd love to be friends with this guy. And then he gets shocked in the neck, so now he has to run. And now he threatens to murder me. Wow, I love being threatened to be murdered by a freaking crocodile that can walk. I cannot pronounce words. So then we're in an elevator, and I'm sure you've seen this before because I'm sure you've played Asylum. Then as Joker is saying that he wants to kill a bunch of people, in a few moments afterward, the elevator just kind of dies. Just kind of dies. The elevator will die in 3, 2, 1. Elevator's dead. So, what's the Joker gonna do? Oh no. What's the Joker gonna do? Absolutely nothing. That was one thing that I loved about this game, the horror element. Because I thought that right then and there the Joker escaped, and then he's just getting choked out. Like, you don't know what to expect in this game. No, it's not like that was scary, like, at all. But later on in the game, like the Killer Croc boss fight, that is so freaking perfect. It's so scary, yet so great. And then, to absolutely no one's surprise, Joker falls over and then beats the crap out of those two guards. Because everyone at the asylum, it has no brains. And then Joker just knocks that guy over and then tells him the joke's on you. And then he runs away in true Joker fashion. And then we realize that Harley Quinn is running the show, which really does not get explained in this game. And the combat. This is something that set Asylum aside for me. Normally I love this game. But the combat and really just physics in general in this game are not good. Like, okay, they're good, but they're not as good as any of the other Arkham games. I think that one thing I'll say about the combat in this game is it's the first, ever Batman game. To me, this is the first ever Batman game. And then we find our first ever Riddler trophy, which is definitely the best thing about, one of the best things about the Arkham games. And then the Joker really blatantly sets up a trap for us that we'll very gladly take. And then we find a dead corpse. Because this game just isn't, these games just aren't eerie enough. And then, as we head along, we find nothing. Oh yes, nothing. But we do find these two guys, who we very easily beat the crap out of. So, one thing I'll also say about Asylum's combat is it's very easy. Like, very easy. And then, we find out that Zaz has Mike. Some dude. So, then we have to save Mike. Because Mike is something. I don't know. Because Mike is a good person. I don't know. Okay. But since I'm Batman, I have to save Mike, right? And then my game just kind of glitches out for a sec. But then I'm finally able to get up here. And now it's time to do the easiest freaking boss fight. It's not even a boss fight. The easiest freaking takedown ever. Literally just glide kick him. That's literally the whole thing. Yeah, go ahead, discuss it all you want. It's so easy. And since this game thinks that you're new to literally everything, it's actually really annoying. This is another thing that sets the game back for me. On replays, it thinks that you are still a noob and you don't know anything. That's another thing that bothers me about this game, is because it never seems to get the fact that you played the game. Final thoughts. Knight, I would say, is a 9.5 out of 10. The bosses in the Batmobile did kind of set it down for me. City, I would say, is a 9 out of 10. Asylum is probably an 8.5 out of 10. And Origins is an 8. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.